Many people highlighted and were disappointed with the Golden State Warriors' lack of options at the center position just a few months ago. The trade deadline passed without any moves or free agent signings. The dwindling big men on the court were exacerbated further when James Wiseman was ruled out for the season. However, they seem to make quite the turnaround, and they're doing well this season. Well, on the scoreboard at least. Stay tuned to find out everything you need to know about the Warriors and if they need to make any new adjustments. So, the Golden State Warriors recently had another win, but it wasn't very impressive to watch, mostly due to countless mistakes made. So here's everything you need to know. The first game of the 2022 NBA Finals was thrilling. How about the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors deliver another heart-pounding performance in Game 2? But both teams must make adjustments to ensure that this matchup remains a wire-to-wire adrenaline rush, not only on Sunday night, but also for the next 6 meetings. After successfully defeating the Boston Celtics in Game 5 of the NBA Finals series on Tuesday AEST, the Golden State Warriors were just one win away from lifting the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy. Despite a sloppy third quarter that featured 14 consecutive missed three-pointers, the Warriors dominated the fourth quarter to win 104-94 at the Chase Center. And they did it despite Steph Curry's underwhelming performance, as he became the second player in NBA Finals history to attempt 9 or more three-pointers in a game and miss them all. It was the first time that Curry hadn't made a three-pointer in an NBA game since November of 2018. It's a streak of 233 games, and the first time that he's not made a shot from beyond the arc in 133 playoff games. Not his best performance, that's for sure. The Warriors jumped out to an early 32-18 lead, but Boston responded with a 6-0 run in the second quarter to cut the deficit to 8 points. The Celtics began the game with 12 missed three-point attempts, the most in a single game over the past 25 years. Now, despite the Warriors' poor play, they still managed to pull it off. Andrew Wiggins of Gold State led the way in the first half with 16 points and 7 rebounds, finishing with a game-high 26 points and 13 rebounds. However, after the halftime break, the Celtics went on a 10-0 run in less than 2 minutes to pull within 2 points of the Warriors. So this interesting game begs one question. Do the Golden State Warriors need to make any adjustments? Well, first, let's look at a few of their core weaknesses. The first of them being their abundance of youthful players. Following a season in which the Warriors roster was dominated by inexperienced players, the Golden State front office made an effort to add some veterans into the mix. Having said that, this team is going to continue to face some challenges in the future. Let's take a look at some Warriors' potential weaknesses for the upcoming season. In the 2020 offseason, the Golden State Warriors had a clear goal in mind: go out and find some veteran leadership for this young team. Of course, the Warriors have Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson on their roster, but the team needed a better balance of youth and experience. The Warriors have now accomplished this after acquiring players such as Andre Iguodala, Otto Porter Jr., and even Avery Bradley. The issue is that there are still a number of young players who need to step up in the rotation. While Iguodala is a great mind to have around, he can't be counted on to play significant minutes on a nightly basis. After selecting 2 young players in this year's draft, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, the Warriors are likely to rely on some young players to step up, which hopefully will mean more consistently great gameplay. Secondly, injured players and uncertainty. When you look at the Warriors' projected starting 5, it's easy to get excited about the possibilities. On a nightly basis, you're probably going to be happy if your starting lineup includes Steph and Curry. After the starting 5, there are some questions about how the Warriors' rotation will develop. The truth is that the Warriors team is dealing with some injuries as the 2021 to 2022 season kicked off. James Wiseman, the second-year big man, is recovering from off-season injury and is going to be out for a while. Klay Thompson is expected to miss the majority of the season's first half. So, who's going to fill in until the team is fully healthy? Jordan Poole, a third-year guard, has been outstanding in preseason and appears to be the favorite to take over as shooting guard until Thompson returns. The Warriors are then going to rely on the versatility of Otto Porter Jr. off the bench. Porter's health has been an issue in recent years, but if he can stay healthy, he should be a valuable addition to the rotation. In other bizarre basketball news, NBA vet Montrezl Harrell busted with drugs. Here's everything you need to know. Montrezl Harrell, a veteran NBA forward, is facing felony drug charges after being arrested in Kentucky last month. According to the Charlotte Observer, Harrell was pulled over on the I-95 in Richmond for excessively following the car in front of him. The state trooper detected the odor of marijuana inside the vehicle. Harrell allegedly admitted to having marijuana in his possession and produced a small amount from his sweatpants. 3 pounds of marijuana were allegedly discovered in vacuum-sealed bags when the vehicle was searched. Marijuana is legal in 19 states and in Washington, D.C., but not in Kentucky. Possession of between a half pound and 5 pounds of marijuana is a Class D felony in Kentucky, punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison and a $14,300 fine. Harrell, 28, who's been in the NBA for 7 seasons after playing college basketball at the University of Louisville. He was most recently with the Charlotte Hornets and will be an unrestricted free agent for this offseason. Finally, not very surprisingly, former NBA star Delonte West has been spotted once again begging for cash on the street. Delonte West, the former NBA star, was recently seen loitering outside a 7-Eleven store in Virginia, where he was seemingly asking for money, and at one point appeared to accept a whole handful of dollar bills. The video comes just a week after West, now aged 38, who had been clinically diagnosed with bipolar disorder while also previously playing alongside NBA legend LeBron James, failed to show up for his big basketball comeback. West announced his return to professional sports back in April. He was going to appear in The Big Three, which features 3-on-3 games, and was founded by Ice Cube in 2017, and relies on veteran NBA players to fill its ranks. However, a source told various online sources that he didn't attend the league's May draft. It's unclear why he blew this opportunity, an opportunity that might not present itself again. Now, back to the most recent bizarre sighting. West was seen in the parking lot of a convenience store yesterday, smoking cigarettes, talking to some seemingly random passerby, and climbing on top of an ice cooler to plug his phone into an outlet. West, who has earned more than $16 million in his career, appears to be asking for money. Over the weekend, footage posted to social media showed West on the side of a highway, also in Alexandria. It's unclear when the footage was taken. In one video posted online, a fan greets the man believed to be West, saying, "My dog Delonte, how you doing, my brother?" West's reply was inaudible. The driver who tweeted the photos appeared to be surprised to see West on the side of the road. But when did everything take a turn for the worst? How did he end up there? Well, taking it back, West began his NBA career after being drafted in the first round by the Boston Celtics in the 2004 NBA draft. And he eventually became a starter alongside LeBron James with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2008. West made more than $16 million during his 9-year career, which ended after his only season with the Mavericks in 2011 to 2012 at the age of 28. Over a series of arguments, he was suspended indefinitely and never returned to the NBA. Now, concerning West's problems, this isn't the first time he's been seen on the streets asking for money. He was pulled over in 2009 while riding a 3-wheeled motorcycle, and police discovered 3 firearms strapped to his body. He eventually pleaded guilty to the weapon charges and was sentenced to psychological counseling, probation, and community service. Photos circulated in September of 2020 of West panhandling at an intersection of Dallas, Texas. Most recently, in October, while being arrested for public intoxication in Florida, West launched a homophobic tirade at cops and claimed that he was a better player than James. On October 19th, police stopped West in Boynton Beach, Florida, after he allegedly began banging on glass doors at a local precinct. He had opened containers of beer, vodka, and according to police, he was eventually charged with resisting an officer without violence and disorderly intoxication. West then claimed to be Jesus Christ and President of the United States, before mentioning Presidents Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden. "You just lost your chance at heaven," he told the officers. "I came here to save and assist you. President Jesus, I'm the President of the United States." During the arrest, West's mood swung wildly. He could be heard chuckling to himself at various points before exploding in a rage at the officers. And there you have it. And as always, thanks for watching.